All right, I'm back in the Acacia Reserve Tournament in the opening round, back nine, Rookie Division. I'm doing this for academic purposes, playing a low level, just so we can see if our win numbers, how they pan out. The whole goal here is just to try and get minimum score. I'm not too concerned about picking stuff up, but if I can, hole number two in this tournament, I just don't think I can do with these clubs. So that means I have to pick something up, and hole number 8 is the one that I got to pick up. Gots to do it. We'll see how this round goes. I did get a little lucky on the front. I did recover, save myself on one hole, and we'll see how it goes. Hole number 9. All right, I'm just going to lay it up and go at it. I think I can do this. I'm going to switch my driver. I'm going to switch to my quarterback. A little more accurate. And I'm going to play just a regular... play a Marlin. I think the problem I'm having coming into the cup is the angle down here, not getting all the way out to the end. I'm having to bounce it over and not being able to get out to the end where I can really clear it and run at it. So I'm in this area, so when I'm coming in, I don't have enough. I'm a little pinched up in there. I'm going to take a ball with some side spin. I have katana, so I'll take a katana. Here we go. My QB hits 1.5 per ring. I'm him goes first. I got a Rocket 7. Let's see if they can get it in there. I'm still waking up. I got up immediately and came and started playing. I got done yesterday, and my intent was to fix dinner and then come back out and play, but some people came over and one thing led to another, and here we are. Just wondering if it might not be better to hit it to the other side. We got 3.0. .2 rings. There's 2.5. He's counting. Perfect. Did get a little farther out there that time, but you can still see it where you're having to come in at it. Actually, it might be better with that angle, with where the pin is, with these clubs, to hit to the other side so that I can run it straight at it. They're in long iron, so I should be in long iron. I got a backbone as well. Hits 1.7 per ring. 2.2, 1.3 rings. Straight at it, 1.3 rings. Here we go. Probably should have had some coffee before I started playing. I am literally about half asleep. Ah. Close. No cigar. Thanks. Thanks, I guess. 138 of my trophies. I'm big time now, man. I broke the 100 mark. In the hole. That's the difference between playing with the, I was playing with the beginner wood or the beginner long iron with no spin, and you can't get into that spot because you'll overshoot it. So you have to set it up to the side. So that backbone really did change that hole. But if we draw this line out here and we're doing the arc, you know, I could get out into this range out here, and the side that the pin's on, I may still have to come at it. Right, it'd be nice if I just had a run. Then you're not restricted by that. But I don't know if I could get into these area. This area here would probably be better, and there's no way I can get over with these clubs. So I guess that side over there is going to be the one. But it definitely made a difference hitting it with the backbone as opposed to the beginner wood or beginner long iron. Definitely. Hey, this hole right here, there's just not much hope. So the goal here is to get down into this hole as far as I can. Then I can make it over to here and get out into this area and have, what I'm trying to do on this last shot is make it so that I can go through this gap so that I can run up. I'm not going to be able to do the rough bump. I don't have top spin. I don't have any ball guide to guide me. And this way it gives me a little bit more of a lane. I don't have to pinch it up as much. We'll see. This is definitely one shot at a time, and the drive is definitely key. We do not want to overshoot this drive. I'm going to play this. Let's think. The big ball is not going to help me on the first shot, and it really won't help me on the second shot because of where I'm having to put it on the first shot. I can't make it over. I don't think I can't make it over to this. My extra mile's not. I don't want to go over there. I'd have to do some kind of weird overpower deal, or I'd have to bring out something really big, and I'm just going to bring out, just in case I need some spin. Let's think. Let me put my thinking cap on for a second. I'm just going to take a marlin. I don't think a bigger ball is not going to. It's not going to help me. I'll bring my one and only number one bag. That is not what I want. Let's roll. On the drive, I'm going to add on 10%. I'm going to add 30% on the shot to the cup. the second shot's pretty flat. Here we go. This is definitely one shot at a time. The drive is the drive. Damn near overhit this yesterday, so I'd rather be just a little short. Let's make sure we don't. I would rather be just a little short. .48, 3.52 rings. 352. I'm going to lean just a little. Hitting it perfect. I did leave a little short from where I was. I was getting down there towards that shadow. I was getting a little too close, I think, to the rough. I rolled into that shadow yesterday, and I actually thought I was rolling into the rough area. And was like, oh, now I'm really screwed. Real screwed. This should be with my Viper. It's whatever the wind is divided by 2. Can we make it? Not quite. Yeah, that little bit of distance I left on the table. It's come back to haunt me. Let's put on one backspin. Let's try and control the rollout just a bit. 4.9, 2.5 rings. 2.5 rings. One ring great to the right. The right side right there is flatter, so it should just roll out. You start hitting stuff on that fairway to the left, you could be in trouble. It rolls off real quick on the left hand side and you'll go right into the sand. Once it starts rolling left, it'll just it has a tendency to want to just roll into the sand. I'd like to have a horizon too. As soon as I get a horizon, I'm gonna bag the Viper and play with my horizon until I get something better. Hopefully, I'm not going to play this account over Tour 4, so it doesn't take very long, very many games to get a pretty decent bag going. So 1.3 times 4.5 divided by 1.7, 3.44 rings. .44 rings. .344 exactly. Hitting it perfect. Close. Close. This is the thing I like better than those beginner clubs is with the beginner clubs you take a lot of long putts, and I prefer to be close and not have to take a long putt. I'm not a good putter. And with lower level stuff, your putter is a key component of your bag, and it's because of that beginner putter. That's the thing. When they did the original club card trading and everybody had extra cards and there was nothing to spend them on, which didn't bother me one bit, when they did the club card trading, I had advocated for different putter, and we could use the cards for. But they raised the levels. It used to be rares only went to 8 and epics only went to 7. Commons went to 10, just like they do now. So a level 7 APOC used to be like what an APOC was, or any of those epics when they get to level 7 or level 8. That's all bonus stuff. I can't speak to the epics because I don't have any level 8 epics in any account, but the rares, several of the rares, especially clubs like the Rock. The Rock got a buff and got another level. Alright, I really can't hope for much more than that on that hole. But we can at least give ourselves a look at it. Hole number 3. It's par 3. Let me look at this par 3. I get the par 3s mixed up, so let's make sure I'm talking about the right one. I'm doing the shot from back here, trying to lead it up because I don't want to mess around with these rough bumps. I don't have spin guide to take me there, so I'm gonna start off from back here. What I'm really looking at when I'm here is my second bounce, because I want to give myself this hole is deceiving, especially when you don't have any ball guide, because you're not going straight at the flagpole. You're actually coming into this area and then it falls down to the flagpole. So if it looks like I'm setting my shot up way to the left, I'm trying to get the speed right so that when it comes through here, it barely engages the green and then rolls down to the cup. And I'm gonna take a Marlin, which is selected, and I'm gonna take that bag right there. Like I have some choices. It's 10% times the wind divided by 2. Let's see what we can get done. It'd be nice if I pick up any of these. There's going to be a bit of luck involved in it, so. .7 be 1.58 rings, 1.6. Isn't it perfect? See what kind of rollout we get coming to it. Just barely engaged it. Didn't start off enough to the left. That was the speed that I'm looking for there, so that was like 2 backspin. It felt like I needed to start off a little bit more to the left, but a 2 ball guide doesn't help. I think the thing when you're playing low-level stuff is to play smart and not try and get aggressive. If you watch the front 9, I think I only did overpower once, and I think I did a little bit where I was rubbing the nubs for overpower, but I'm not actually sure I did a max overpower shot on anything. Maybe once. Try to just stay in the freaking fairway. We don't want to have to use any of my recovery clubs because they suck. Even now that I've got other than beginner stuff, they're still not that good. All right, I made it out of the first three with no epic fails, but it would have been, that one hole is just not going to be, it's just not going to happen. That puts all the pressure on hole number 8, that I have to make hole number 8. Or I have to get a little bit lucky on one of these other holes. Hole number 13. All right, this par 4 right here is, I damn near ate, this hole damn near ate my lunch yesterday, because I did try some stupid shit on this hole. What I was thinking was I was trying to get in here and trying to bring it around the deal, and I should have just hit it onto this island, but I didn't. I think today I'm just going to hit it out here so that I can come at it from this direction and not bring out anything super special to get it done. Just hit it out into that area, because yesterday this hole I had to do a pretty long recovery shot from out here to get it into the hole. I was in my Firefly. I was able to get myself into my Firefly, which is the best club in my bag right now, and I was able to recover, but I do not want to have to put myself in that position again. So if I want to try and get out here, this island, and I've never really liked this, because this is domed like this, so if you hit right here on the top where you want, it's flat and everything goes just like you were planning. But if you hit it off on the side here, you're on these side hills, the ball's going to take a bounce and go, if you're on that side it's going to go to the left, and if you're on this side it's going to go to the right, and left is sand and right is rough, and that's not a good deal. I'm just gonna hit it out into this area, whatever it takes. If I can get out into this zone with an extra mile, I should be able to get over to this area and then try and bring it up. We'll see. I only have one bag, so I got to make sure I bring the right driver. Let's switch that up for an extra mile. All right. What ball do I have? I don't think I need anything special. Still got a Merlin. That's 3 per times the wind divided by 3. 3 per ring. My opponent goes first. Rocket, yeah. Now they know with that rocket, that was a pretty big move. Eyeballing it. Though they're still in the fairway, they still have a shot from there, but that's one of the things about eyeballing your wind adjustments, is it's super easy to get yourself into a little bit of a situation. 3.5 is 1.28 rings. And there's 1, 3. Hitting it perfect. Roll it out there. It's got to be long iron again. Let's see what club my opponent's hitting with. Yeah, it will be long iron. It'll be, I think where I'm at, that's going to definitely be a long iron shot. Be back in my backbone, 1.7 per ring. It's fairly flat from out there to the cup, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to do whatever the wind is, divided by 1.7. And just play, all I'm doing in this tournament, and if you're playing in your first tournament, is just play your max numbers. Don't worry, don't try and get ahead of yourself. It does, I will say, it does make a difference to know where you're at in your club, to hit if you're in min or mid club. It does make a difference, but when you first start playing, the goal is just get, man, 3.8. It's going to be 2.23 rings. .23 rings. There's 2.323. Hitting it perfect. I think it'll drop down towards the cup. There's not enough of a hill there to bring it back. I needed like one more backspin. But that's going to be a lot easier putt than it was for the shot that I had to take yesterday and recover. Let's not drop one on this hole. This is a hole most people are if you've got level 5, level 6 extra mile, you can bring out a power 5 ball and you could probably get on. Especially one of the topspin boost balls, you could probably get on it. And I bought some gems, and I got the ball that's out, that 5 power ball with the topspin boost. I think that's the ball that I tried on this hole yesterday. And epic failed. Well, not epic. I did recover, but the drive was an epic fail. Shane Billy. All right, what hole are we on now? Hole number 5. I think this is the... Let me look at hole number 5. Can't remember how I was able to play it yesterday. I've been having to play it over here and bring it back around. On my upper level accounts, I play on this side to bring it around, but I don't think I can get... I might not be able to get over there, so I may have to start it over here. Now I have switched to a backbone, and that might actually help me. Let's take a katana in my number 1 bag. Let me think about what we got for drivers coming up here. All right. I'm going to take that back, and I'm going to play that. What am I doing on the drive? 0.15 times whatever the wind is, divided by 1.7. All right. Thanks for joining the channel, Hindi. Hindi goes first. They got a Grim Reaper 1. That's not a bad choice either. It's got a little... The one thing that a Grim Reaper is known for is having backspin. Close, 1,000 miles away, close at the same time. I am in my backbone, and that's not going to change. I'm right at the red line. Put on a couple backspin. Let's put on like 1.5. 3.9, 2.73 rings. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if I can get anywhere close. Ooh, it picked up a slide. Sometimes it can be really bad when it does that, where the ball hits the ground and it quits bouncing and it just takes all of its energy and pushes it forward. Man, you can go for a wild ride when that happens. Close. I have no. The thing is on these holes, and you know, if you got lower developed stuff, you got no ball guide, so you really don't know where you're going. And a lot of times on this course is a prime example. Look at how much movement is on the green behind me. It's got dips and hills and ridges and moguls, and as you're going along, if you got a lot of ball guide, it'll show you how the course is changing the direction of your ball. And when you don't have any ball guide, you got your fingers crossed and you're just hope and prayer. Hole number 15. What is hole number 15? Hole number 15 is hole number 6. And hole number 6. Yeah, I want to go to hole number 6. Where I'd really like to get is right here. So that I can open up this lane. And I think with an extra mile, I'm able to get out into this area and kind of bring it around into that. I left myself quite a bit short yesterday, where I didn't really have a shot at the green because of the angle. But I did bring out an extra mile, and I think this is probably the one hole that it's worth bringing out. Maybe a power 4 ball, just to help my club just a bit. See what I have for my massive ball inventory. I got 20 balls that they gave us for free, and not much of anything else. Three side spin would definitely be helpful. I'm gonna bring out. Let's bring out. I'm just thinking here. The side spin is pretty important. Bring out that bag. Let's see which way the wind's blowing, because this might. I think this is one that you have to do overpower in order to get over. That wind is helping us. And this is another one of those holes where if you draw a line straight to the cup, that's not how you need to start off on the left-hand side, and then the ball, if you have your speed right, when the ball gets on the green, it'll break really hard to the right to go to the cup. So if you're aimed right at it and you keep ending up way right of the cup, that's why. Soba. Times whatever the wind is, divided by 3. I go first. I don't know if I need any topspin, to be honest with you. I'm going to start off right there. So 2.8 be 1.1 rings. There's a 1-1. If I can hit the fairway on the first bounce, I'll be all right. I'd like to be more to the right. So I hit it great to the right. 75 rings great to the right. It's as long as you can make that first bounce and not in that situation. If I would have hit the rough, I probably would have bled out into the fairway, and that's not actually too far from where I really like to be. Where I really want to hit is into that area, so I'm really not that far away from where I'd like to be. 1 point. It's definitely hitting different with, I'm going to hit my buddy Richard. What's up, Richard? He's been hammering this hole. Definitely going to be in a Viper, and I'm definitely it. And there's Min. So it's 3.8 divided by 2. Let's see if I can get any kind of direction towards the cup. Can. Two rings. Hitting it perfect. I'd say get in the hole, but hell, I have no idea where it's going to go. Close! Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Don't make me do that, bud. Close. Now I didn't have, I was at 0. And I did a max pull and I was at mid club, so a max pull that would have been, might have been on the other side of the cup. If you do a mid pull instead of max, you're not going to pull it as much. Getting it perfect. In the hole. Oh, love that firefly in the back. I mean, if there was the rest of the clubs, I will admit, are beneficial, better than the beginner stuff. But that firefly is the game changer, because those shots right there, when you have beginner stuff, or even any of the other lower, even the other clubs, other than the beginning ones, you're pretty much just taking the same shot that you would with the beginning clubs. It's not good. That firefly is game changer. You can run your topspin out. You'll see a lot of people that have upper developed stuff, they run their topspin out, and that way they can, the closer you can get your ball guide to you, the more accurate the club is, and the less the wind affects the shot. Hole number 16. Hole number 7. All right. I really would like to make this hole. 1.6 times the wind divided by, I'm going to be in a backbone, 1.7 plus 0.2. And I'm going to bring a katana on this one. Which way's the wind blowing? It's not bad. Not bad. Should be a backbone and a katana. I need that side spin to bring me back around. I'm going to do a 60% wind adjustment. So whatever the wind is, I'm going to times it by 1.6, and then I'm going to divide it by 1.7. I'm not so sure the 60% works on this pin placement, but in the other pin placement on this hole, I play a 60% adjustment, and this is a big time hole-in-one hole, although I have not hit a hole-in-one on it this week. I still have one more account to play. I still have my 77 account to play. I played this account instead of my odd account. I thought that I played, I thought I had my auto count in, but I don't think I qualified. I think I tanked the round. A power 5 ball. I would give up this hole to have that ball in my bag. Come on. Really? A power 5 ball? Really? At least go in the hole and give them the, hey, you guys spent a power 5 ball. And look at how much movement is around that pin. Let's do the wind first. 2.9. It's 2.92 rings. Here's 1, 2, 9. Hitting it perfect. Be close. Be close. I don't know where you can obviously. You just don't know where you're going because you don't have the ball guide, so it's tough. I can't say that I can't tell whether the wind adjustment is right or wrong because I don't know if I'm setting the ball up right or wrong. And you're so far downhill to try and make the wind adjustment that it's difficult to be super accurate. But I like short putts better than long putts. In the hole. In the hole. All right, this is the critical hole in this game that we have to get. We need to really get on, and there's just no way. There's just no freaking way. Hole number 17. Let me go look at this hole. Let me think about what I did yesterday. So I was really thinking, like, you know, try and go for it if I brought out the big ball with the topspin boost and all the stuff and really see if I could get into this window and go up there. But I'd have to do overpower to get it up in that zone. I can't remember. And so I just opted to not do any overpower and just lay it up right here and give myself at least a clean shot at it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to practice this hole one time. I know I played this. I played it yesterday, but I can't remember what I did. Let's see which way the wind's blowing today. And we got wind going with us, so we do have a little, that's favorable. Favorable. Let's practice this once. How many practice tokens I got? I got enough. Let's practice it one time just to take a look at, just to make sure I get like what I can do on the drive right. And I'm not going to be too worried about taking the shot. I just want to know what my options are for the shot. This is once again where your ball guide is really important, because I can see bounce number 1 and I can see bounce number 2, but beyond that, when you're going through the gap that's down there, I can't tell what my direction is, and it's so easy to bleed off into the rough or get off trajectory into the sand. That is a big wind. It looks like it's just running straight, but because of the way that the course terrain is, the hills and the movement on the course, you actually need to put some left-hand spin on it. That was 2-3 rings great to the right. The good news for them is that's not a bad area right there. They got a nice clean shot at it. Let's see if I brought out one of those bigger power balls. And I can't get into that area. And with the wind today, I might actually, I think that is the way. I think I am gonna bring out one of those balls and just let the wind help me out. But I'm gonna do a max overpower shot here, just so we can see, like, if we can make it over there, what kind of distance we could get. And I hit it 2 rings great to the right, and I'll probably end up doing the same thing my opponent did, only I got stuck in the rough. So if they could get it out, if you're going to hit out into that area, I think yesterday I brought I'm not sure that I hit it with an extra mount. I think I hit it with a QB. Rough iron. I want to see what this looks like with the rough iron, because I don't know that I've actually used I've been trying to stay the hell out of the rough and sand, so I haven't had to use this club just to see what it feels like. The rough cutter. Look at that. .7. I want to see here. Rough iron is 1.3 divided by 1.3. 2.84 rings. If I can get lined up with the wind. There's 1, 2, 8. Two rings great to the left. And it does whoa up. You're not hitting. The farther you're hitting, so when you get a club that's like, this is your target point, the farther you are back here, the more speed it's going to come into the spot, the more it's going to run forward. And I gotta remember that rough iron is not hitting. It's not a very long hitting rough iron. I'm going to forfeit. And give them nothing. Alright, hole number 17. Let's try not to do any hero shit, but I am going to bring one of these balls. And I'm going to bring that bag. Alright, here we go. This would be a really, really good hole to pick up. This is the best chance. And it's the best chance because if I can just get, even if I don't get up on the green, I can get into my Firefly range, and it's the best club that I have in my bag. How sad is that? Let's see if they can hit it perfect. Hit it perfect. And they're going to end up. Is it going to make that, but get into the sand? It's the sand trajectory. Arr. All right. Let's try to stay in the fairway. 1.1 rings. I'm going to leave, the wind is blowing almost perfect in our direction. I'm just going to leave the wind on and just try and hit. I'm not going to take any wind out. I'm going to rub the nubs. Isn't it perfect? Just see if I can bleed myself up into my wedge. Stay out of that rough. Stay out of that rough. Give myself an opportunity to pick up a shot. I got a shit ton of work to get done, but I have to hit this next shot perfect. That's the one thing about a Firefly, is it will help, but you got to hit it perfect. The one saving grace on this hole is it does tend to break to the left. So if you catch a grate to the right, you still might have a chance to get in. All right, here we go. Here we go. Chip in to win. Oh, and I got a grate to the left. That's bad. Woo! Woo! In the hole. Look at that. Jeez. Even a blind squirrel can find a nut. In the hole. It's gonna all boil down to hole number 8. This is the recovery hole. And I think I actually have a shot on hole number 9. Now yesterday I did not get out far enough. Well, let me get on hole number 9 so we can actually look at the right hole. I didn't get out far enough. You need to get to, like, with a 3 power ball, you need to get into the 380 range out here in order to do the rough bump to get on. And I was so far back I had to do some hero shit to bounce off of this. And this island over, this little fairway pad over here is super difficult to hit onto the end and then bring it back around to the cup. You need side spin, you need to put curl on it, and everything wants to go off in this direction. And when you hit, the course is kind of forcing you off to the right, and so you really gotta you gotta put some effort into it in order to hit that and bring it around. And I was able to get this, and I did a max overpower shot, which I really just don't want to have to do again. So the goal would be to get out further out here. And I think that same ball, how many of those do I have left? How many do I need? I'm going to use it on hole number 8. So I need 2 for the weekend round. I didn't use any of those top spin boost balls up to this point, and I'm going to need 2 of those if I use it on this, so I need 5 of them. So if I play with an extra mile and I played with those, I need 5 and I have 8. And the spin will help me if I don't get out there far enough. The 2 spin will help me. I'm going to bring those. I'm going to bring one of those. And take that bag and see if I can get it out there far enough with my upper developed stuff. I can come out here with a power 3 ball and an extra mile 9, no overpower, and get to the spot. I might be able to do the same thing here. I'm going to give myself a little bit of room, and I will put some overpower on it. So that should be 1 ring. And put the forward moving distance back on, which isn't a lot, but there is some. Isn't it perfect? I didn't put max overpower on it because I didn't want the needle going 5 million miles an hour. I'm still a little short, I think. 373, but I think with a power 5 ball I can make up the difference. So there is a rough bump that we can do up there. I have no idea what spin to put on it. It's not a lot. Here we go. And this is definitely going to be my Viper, so it'll be the wind divided by 2. I'm going to take a little bit off. It's definitely an uphill shot. We'll see where I'm at in my club. 372. Do I have enough? I do. I do have enough. I do have enough. 2.8, 1.12 rings. Put on one backspin. .12 rings. And there's 1.12. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in the hole, ball. All right. At least I didn't get caught in the rough. Woo! That was a... Hey, I know I had to bring out a power 5 ball to do that, but if you go back and watch the video from yesterday, and I struggled. I had to struggle on this hole and had to hit over to this area, and I did not want to have to do that again. And don't hit it great. When I play my 77 account today, I'm gonna I didn't write the how much. Ooh, where are you going, dude? Where were you going? Let's see if we can hit this perfect. Hitting it perfect. In the hole! Woo! All right. No epic fails in that round. And I was able to pick up 8 both times so that it could cover my ass for hole number 2, because hole number 2 is just not possible with this count. So just shooting the minimum score. See if my opponent can recover. I'm not a fan of short shooting, where you're not in the ball ring, because you just never know what's going to happen. And if you're setting your shot up, it's better to set it up and so that you can just hit the ball normal and not short shoot. Short shooting to me is more dangerous than overpowering, because it's hard to tell what's going to happen. All right, at the top of the bracket with the minimum score. Look at that. There we have it. And the whole deal there is that there's nothing special here. The whole thing is making great wind adjustments and hitting it into the fairway, staying in the fairway and not having to use your secondary, your lower tier clubs, the usual suspects, the ones that are in your bag that you don't want to ever have to pull out. Just staying in the fairway, hitting fairway to green, and making basic wind adjustments is huge. All right, there you have it. That's what it looks like with an account that's got nothing. What? 42 games, 35 wins. Woo! Thanks for watching. Have a great week. Hopefully everybody's doing good. I'm gonna play my. I'm gonna go get some coffee, and then I'm gonna come back and play my 77 account and knock it out. And we will see how the day goes. Stay safe. If you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe, hit the bell, get notifications, hit the like button if you like the video, and I will see you on the next one.